Ah, springtime. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and the kids are running illegal underground hotels out of their house while their parents are gone. What? That's right, the Drake and Josh Inn is one of my personal favorite episodes of the entire series. It's a crazy take on the party got out of control trope, and I like to consider it Nickelodeon's own version of Project X. It aired on April 2nd, 2005, right after the 2005 Kids' Choice Awards, where Shrek 2 won Favorite Video Game.
Your choice for favorite video game.
And our winner is Shrek 2!
And Drake and Josh lost to American Idol in the favorite TV show category. You gotta respect how the partying episode comes right after the show losing. But even though I love this episode and it's hilarious, there are lots of parts that make no damn sense whatsoever. So today, in honor of spring break and this episode being legally old enough to drink, I thought it would be fun to take a look back at all the insane plot holes in this one. If you want to party like the college kids featured in this episode, drink every time I point out something that doesn't make sense. Just kidding, don't do that. You'll probably die. As always, if you like this one, be sure to throw us a juicy like and maybe even subscribe. I might just invite 72 people to sleep over at my house, even though I only have one spare bed, if you do. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at AgroWasHere for a daily dose of nostalgia. And if you have any other episodes or shows you want me to cover, let me know in the comments. All right, let's dive in. In the cold open, Drake talks about a gigantic bag of candy he had on Halloween and how Josh tried to make him a schedule for eating it, but Drake just ate the whole damn bag all at once anyway. First off, Josh needs to mind his own damn business. But also, let's keep it real here, Drake straight up looks like Coconut Head from Ned's Declassified. Every season of this show he has a different haircut, and season 3 is by far the most cursed. And it's honestly hard to believe he's supposed to be the cool guy character with this haircut. Come on now. What the fuck is that? In an interview with Raven Simone, Drake even acknowledges this and explains how the bowl cut supreme ended up happening.
My girlfriend at the time, we were obsessed with the Rolling Stones and the Beatles and Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys, and she liked to cut hair. I'm looking at Brian Wilson from Pet Sounds, and I'm like, that's what I need to look like. And I'm like, let's do it, let's cut it. And I've got all the pictures of like Mick Jagger and Paul McCartney and Brian Wilson. So I came back to the show and I've got this awesome hair that I think is dope, right? The producers are like, we can't see your eyes. This guy, he just went, shh. Okay, there, now you can see your eyes. The whole season 3, I'm going, and now when you get the bowl cut.
After the cold open, Drake and Josh go up to Megan and do their absolute best to rage bait her.
We're gonna be the boss of you, and you have to do what we say. Ha, 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 ha.
Are they stupid? If Megan was my little sister, the absolute last thing I'd want to do is piss her off. Also, Megan's hair switches rapidly from in front of her shoulder to behind her back. Why? How? What? She decides to teach them a lesson for thinking they could mess with her and flips both their asses onto the ground. Damn.
Hey! You can't just flip someone.
I thought this stunt was impressive, and apparently so did they, because it's in the intro. Cool, right? No? Oh, well, fuck me, I guess. Mom and Dad then announce they're leaving for LA and give Drake and Josh $200 for food and emergencies while they're gone. But of course, Drake immediately convinces Josh to spend it all.
Look, we had $200, all right? Which you probably threw away on bubblegum, a wristwatch, a telescope, and a Mexican robot.
Josh acts all mad at Drake for spending this money as if he wasn't there with him the entire time. Where was this energy from Josh when they were actually standing in line for the register?
Come on, this is cool.
Me llamo Roberto Robato.
Not gonna lie, I wanted that Mexican robot toy as a kid. Hell, I still want it now. I mean, come on, that's dope as hell. And I actually found out the robot is Chikara from the Mechazoku Robot Warriors from Beyond toy line that they just put a little sombrero on. He did not speak Spanish originally either. And by the way, the Mexican robot is seen again in the Victorious episode Jade Gets Crushed.
And focus.
So after spending all the money, Drake and Josh hit their first major problem of the episode. They needed that $200 to buy food for the weekend, and now it's gone. They act like this is a huge issue that they need to do something drastic to solve it, even though Josh has had his job at the premiere since season 2 and could probably easily replace that money himself.
Are you, all right in the head?
I think so.
Congratulations, you're hired.
Hell, in the Drew and Jerry episode, Drake and Megan casually steal $60 from Josh's wallet, and it's not even brought up again. He doesn't miss it at all.
I'll give you 20 bucks.
That's Josh's wallet.
All right, I'll give you 40.
Done.
See ya.
So I can only assume that he doesn't even notice that amount missing, which is insane. Also, what's the big fucking problem?
Drake, we have no money left? How are we gonna buy food for Megan?
Did the parents literally leave the fridge fully barren? Is there no food left at all? My God. Drake overhears a couple stressing because they have nowhere to stay, and every hotel nearby is fully booked because it's spring break. Yeah, because I know when I have nowhere to stay, I go to the local movie theater and loiter around. What? So Drake gets an idea to rent them a room at their house to make some quick cash.
We could rent a room at the house while Mom and Dad are away. Hey, that is so stupid. They want to stay at a hotel, all right? Not someone's house.
This episode was made before Airbnb even existed, and it's kind of funny hearing Josh reject the idea that anyone would want to stay at someone's house over a hotel. But even though he shoots it down at first, he's pretty easily persuaded, just like he was for spending the $200.
Por favor.
No.
Por favor.
No.
Por favor.
All right.
Imagine someone trying to convince Josh to try hard drugs. He can't say no more than like 2 times to anything. By the 3rd time they asked, he'd be shooting up already. Also, for some reason, the subtitles on Paramount Plus just say robot makes sound anytime it talks.
Por favor.
No.
Which kind of pisses me off. How hard is it to type out por favor? What about the poor deaf people? They'll never know what he said. Cut to the house where Josh carries in some empty bags, which you can tell are empty because there's no goddamn weight in them. Look at it. Look at how they bounce off the floor when he drops them. They're empty. And Drake gets the couple fake checked into their fake hotel.
So where do we check in?
Oh, here, just go ahead and write down your names and other hotel stuff and...
And these absolute morons are still somehow under the impression that this is a real hotel. They didn't notice that there's no sign out front saying it's a bed and breakfast. They don't notice that the only staff appears to be 2 teenagers with no actual adults around. Megan gets home and she's confused why there's 2 random adults hanging around. And the 2 morons just assume she's another guest at the hotel.
Have you been staying here long?
Kinda.
How's the food?
Sidebar, I really can't help but hate the actor here who plays the husband, because he also appears in the absolute worst episode of iCarly, I Find Spencer Friends.
You got a name?
Yeah. Darnell.
Well, hey, Darnell.
It's just an unacceptable episode, and for even being in it, I hold that against him. But that's a rant for another video. Drake and Josh carry Megan off to the kitchen to talk to her. Right in plain view of the couple, by the way. Yeah, definitely how the staff would be treating a paying customer in the bed and breakfast, right? Lifting her and dragging her against her will to the kitchen. Whatever. They tell her what's going on, and she says, fuck that, I'm calling Mom and Dad. So Josh stuffs the phone in his cock and balls to stop her.
You may have the phone back after we talk to you.
I wouldn't want that phone back if I were dying on the kitchen floor.
I'm right there with you, Megan. She tells them she'll agree to play along only if they treat her as a guest and basically wait on her. So they agree, and yeah, that doesn't really end up happening. It's pretty inconsequential for the rest of the episode, but whatever. Cut to the next morning where Josh is serving breakfast to the couple, and everything is actually going pretty well. They even say it's the nicest bed and breakfast they ever stayed at.
How goes the hotel biz? Oh, pretty good. I'm making $200 a night off these guys, and I kind of like running a hotel. Oh, I'm so psyched to hear you say that, because I've been down at the beach all morning. Doing what? Talking to a bunch of college kids who are here for spring break with no place to stay.
And right there is where the episode gets absolutely insane. Drake says, come on in, guys. And an endless train of college kids come busting through the front door. How did this many people come to San Diego with no place to stay? Were they all just okay with sleeping under a damn bridge until Drake came strolling on by saying he had a place for them to all stay? For that matter, do any of them have fucking cars? Is there like 50 cars cars out front of their house right now? Or did they all just walk there fucking miles on the burning hot cement in the spring break heat? Neither option makes any sense. For that matter, where exactly did Drake expect this many people to sleep? Clearly their house does not have enough spare beds for even like 5% of these people. And the crazy part is, Drake didn't even have to do this, like at all. They had already made back all of the money they spent on the first night.
Look, we had $200, alright? Making $200 a night off these guys.
So this was completely unnecessary. And why would these people rather party in some random living room than at the beach? No. This makes no goddamn sense. Think about it. Josh literally just served those people breakfast before all these college kids showed up. That means it's morning. They're still in their swimsuits. It's sunny outside. They traveled to San Diego from God knows where. And for what? To just party indoors by some couches? They should be at the damn beach. Josh tells Drake it's getting out of hand, but Drake's having fun partying and doesn't listen. Classic. Then, the original couple tells Josh that the pool upstairs is getting filthy. And honestly, it's kind of funny that when a ton of partying college kids showed up, they just rolled with it and started partying as well. So Josh goes upstairs to their room to investigate, and honestly, when you see a view of the pool, it looks pretty clean. The couple just has to relax. Also, it's the same pool Josh filled with chocolate milk in the bed. So yeah, there's that. When Josh walks into the bedroom, you can clearly see in the scene that all the red Solo cups are empty also. They're swinging them upside down. You can literally see the bottom of some of the cups from the inside. I'm thinking these motherfuckers are pretending to be drunk. Josh tells everyone they're not supposed to be in the room, and he's interrupted by a kid screaming belly flop. Belly flop kid is clearly not college age. Where are his parents? Why is he partying with these spring breakers who brought their little brother with them to San Diego on spring break?
Think about doing the belly flop.
Josh got absolutely drenched from the splash, and yet there's not a drop of water anywhere else. Nothing wet on the floor, everything nearby is dry. Also, guys, rewind a bit. You could hear the kids scream belly flop from upstairs while Josh is downstairs. And yet when Josh gets up there, everything's fucking dry and the pool's filled with water still. What? I'm mad. I'm pissed, but I'm keeping calm. So Josh finds Drake downstairs, and Drake is about to get a haircut from a random cosmetology student. Maybe she'll fix his ball cut. But Josh interrupts. Guess the ball cut's staying. And he complains that he wants these people to get the hell out.
Hey man, is this your guitar? Okay, I want all of these people out of here now!
So, now that Drake's personal property is getting damaged, he also wants all the people to get the hell out. Did he not think that would eventually happen? They try kicking everyone out, but the college kids just ignore them and throw stuff at them to shut them up.
Yeah, sorry, so if everyone will please...
Josh goes off to get help, and he says there's only one person tough enough to handle 75 college students.
Okay, you go get help, and I'm gonna stay here and make...
Cut to the premiere, where Puppet Fever is playing, and that's the same movie Josh's foreign pen pal girl, Yuka, wants to see when she visits him 2 episodes later in We're Married.
So, Yuka, you ready to get your Glockma on?
I have already seen the Glockma.
That's okay, the three of us can see Puppet Fever.
Oh, it loves this.
Josh begs Helen for help getting the college kids out of the house, and she shuts him down hard.
There was a party and now they won't leave, and I was hoping maybe you could come over and scare them away.
I am your employer, and I don't feel it's my responsibility to help you out of your personal predicaments.
And to be honest, she's not wrong. But of course, as soon as he mentions Drake needing help, she changes her tune real quick.
Drake's in trouble? Come and Drake!
When they get back to the house, at first it seems like Helen's gonna help, but then some TV cameras come through the door because they're filming the party for MTV's Spring Break.
This is MTV Spring Break coming at ya from beautiful San Diego, California. This guy's really from MTV? Yeah, they showed up a half hour ago.
Why did Drake even let them in? Also, it's kind of weird to hear them say MTV Spring Break, which of course is a real network and a real show, which ran from 1986 to 2014, by the way, nearly 30 years. Damn. MTV and Nickelodeon are both owned by Viacom, so I guess technically they're allowed to name drop each other, but whatever. So Helen completely forgets the task at hand and starts singing on camera instead and flirting with the MTV guy, which is really hilarious. And also, the song she sings is actually a real song titled I'm So Excited by the Pointer Sisters. So I'm a little surprised that this episode isn't blocked from streaming, because almost every other episode that includes a real song seems to have copyright issues and ends up being banned from streaming platforms. Cut to the hotel the parents are staying at, which is called the Four Schneiders, because fucking of course it is. This motherfucker cannot resist a self-insert, and honestly, I'm scared of just one Schneider. 4 is a fucking nightmare. Walter is watching MTV dancing along, and okay, is he on drugs? Is he slow? How does Walter not recognize his own living room on TV? Just because it's full of people and the camera uses some slanted angles does not mean a person shouldn't recognize their own damn house. Audrey thinks maybe that's their living room on the TV, but she isn't sure. At least she sort of recognizes it, but before she said anything, Walter wasn't even a little suspicious, and Audrey still isn't even sure if it's their house. How stupid are they? So they decide to call Drake and Josh at home to see what's going on, and then it gets even more nonsensical, guys.
Okay, now please, if everyone could just be quiet for 60 seconds and then you guys can make all the noise you want, okay?
The TV show has audio, all right? Walter was just singing along to it.
I'm so excited and just can't hide it.
Surely they would have heard Drake's voice just now screaming for everyone to be quiet, right?
If everyone could just be quiet for 60 seconds and then you guys can make all the noise you want, okay?
So Walter says, I don't know what's going on, but we're coming home. Incorrect. He should know for a fact what's going on because he just saw a wild party in their living room on TV and heard Drake's voice to confirm it. But at least they're sussed out enough to come home. So Drake and Josh really have to get everyone out of the house ASAP or their asses are cooked. And they decide to go to Megan for help. And wait, why is this room empty? It was just full of people before. Where'd they all go? Megan has a crazy oxygen tank looking thing and they run a hose through the air vents. So Megan decides to help them even though they just rage baited her the entire episode. Then Drake and Josh go downstairs and tell everyone there's a serious gas leak and everyone needs to get the fuck out or they're gonna bleed from their eyes. Damn. Nobody believes it, so they tell Megan to release the CGI smoke.
Oh no! Look! It's the monoxapuff gas!
Kinda looks like the ghost of Charles Galloway. Or a fat, steamy fart. So, did they refund those people? Cause earlier in the episode, Drake said a bunch of them paid in advance.
About half of them paid in advance.
Is that a crime? Cut to everyone rapidly cleaning the house. Even Megan. Damn. You know what? Megan not only saved the day by successfully getting all the people to leave, but she even helps them clean up too. And she plays along when mom and dad come through the door acting like none of it ever happened and they were just playing board games the whole time. She's a real one in this episode. Even after they rage baited her ass in the beginning.
We saw.
A whole bunch of crazy college kids partying like maniacs. And a woman was singing R&B tunes.
She had a lazy eye.
It seems weird to me that the parents wouldn't recognize Helen, since like I said, Josh has been working at the premiere since season 2. And in the Blues Brothers episode, which came before this one, she hosts the talent show that Drake performs in, which the parents attend. So they definitely have seen her before this episode.
Thank you, Cookie Hancock, for that wonderful rendition of the Canadian National Anthem.
So what the fuck, man? I'm pissed. The kids gaslight the shit out of their parents saying there was no party, and then they realize they forgot to turn off the CGI effects and that there's still monoxapuff gas leaking into the room. And when they leave to go turn it off, the fucking feds show up.
Sir, do you know it's against the law to host a televised event from a private residence without a city-authorized permit? Huh?
Come with us, please. No, hold on. Wait. But you see, look, I'm a weatherman.
Shouldn't MTV be the ones getting in trouble for that? They're the ones who filmed it and aired it without a license or whatever. The owners of the home aren't the ones who broadcasted it. Also, this would definitely be a fine in the mail type thing. Not a handcuffed and hauled away by the cops situation, but it's a funny as hell ending and perfect way to close out a banger episode. So altogether, this episode had a lot of parts that made absolutely no goddamn fucking sense. How were there like 100 people that traveled to San Diego without having any plans for where they would sleep that night? How did Drake think he could accommodate that many people in their fake hotel house when there couldn't possibly be enough beds for everyone? Where the hell did he think all those people were gonna sleep? Also, why wouldn't the college kids continue partying at the beach and then just come back to the hotel later at night when it was time for bed or something? This one's really unacceptable. Who goes to party back in a hotel in their bikini when it's still bright and sunny outside and they traveled all the way to motherfucking California? For that matter, why didn't Walter recognize his own house on TV? And why didn't either parent recognize Helen? The logical inconsistencies in this episode are pretty massive. And if you were actually drinking every time something didn't make sense, comment to let me know that you're still alive, because damn. But even with all those problems, let's be real, it's still a 10 out of 10 fantastic episode. It makes me laugh every time and gets me ready to party for spring. Shit's a certified banger. But enough of me yapping. What do you guys think of Drake and Josh in? Does the lack of sense bother you? Or do you still think it's a banger episode? Let me know how you're feeling in the comments, and let's kick it. And as always, I gotta give a massive shout out to the Aggro Army, the channel and Patreon members. Let's be real, I'm so appreciative for your support that I would let the amount of people from the Drake and Josh in episode line up and one by one spank the shit out of me, just to show how much I love you guys. All right, if you're still here, that's great. Make sure you're subscribed and check out some other videos. All right, thanks for listening.